I guess this is going to be episode 5, 4 or 5. Let's aim high and go for 5. Welcome to the Alex Cupid Show, if I can be bothered to even call it the Alex Cupid Show. This is a quick little podcast to say what's going on, give you guys a bit of an update, but also just to talk a little bit. I haven't had a chance to do anything like this. I've been meaning to for the past, since May, since the last episode of Silly Whales. We've been busy. I've been busy personally. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about it as well. I'm not really going to discuss anything remotely triggering or sensitive, but I will still say this podcast is for everyone, but it might not be for you. I think it's important to say that anyway, just for continuity's sake. I want this show to continue, be it just me talking to camera or Silly Whales. I'm not in control of everything though. I can only push the agenda so far. I speak to Joan all the time, but it takes a lot to commit to recording these episodes, and I find it a lot easier than Joe at the moment to record this stuff. And it's not that we don't enjoy it. I enjoy it. He enjoys it. It's just the timings and things like that as well. But here we are. So I'm just recording this because I've been asked a lot about when the show's coming back. When am I going to sit down and do this? I didn't anticipate solo episodes being well received. Turns out they were. So here we are. I've been traveling a lot. Been traveling a shit ton. So I went to Gothenburg, Sweden for a youth football tournament for the team that I coach. They are now under 18s. If you were a long-time listener of Silly Whales, and you probably remember the episode, I think it's called Diplomatic, where I discussed taking this team to Gothia the first time around and how I had to be very diplomatic in how I handle things. Same thing this time around. It was the last crack. It was the last dance. And we did not win the tournament. We were never going to win the tournament. But I felt like we underperformed and we could have done a lot better. And that includes me as a coach. But Gothenburg as a city, I recommend you guys giving it a visit if it's cheap to get there. Sweden, on a whole, expensive. Don't recommend it. It's just ridiculously expensive. If you're looking for a cost-effective holiday, not Scandinavia. However, if you want like picturesque views, landmarks, culture, Sweden's the place to go, man. Anywhere in Scandinavia is the place to go. So I thoroughly enjoy Gothenburg, even though the residents of Gothenburg hate Gothenburg. And I was like, hey, it's only when this tournament is here. It's the only time it's worth visiting this city. But yeah, apart from that, that was that really. Just went for a week, came back, and a couple of weeks later, if that, I'm on a road again, a singular road. I'm on the road going to France. I've spent the past 10 days in various parts of France. So northern France and then southern France. And then I flew back and I landed on Friday. And I've just been readjusting, getting myself ready for work today, which I had. And it's just been a whirlwind. France is really nice, picturesque. Insert adjective to describe things being beautiful and looking good here. I can't complain. It's a pity it only rained like once or twice. Everything is so dry. It's ridiculous. And I come back to the UK and everything is still dry. You know, I'm a fan of cold weather. I hate heat. So I struggled this summer. If you are a fan of warm weather, you are loving life at the moment, but you probably also find it exhaustingly hot as well. So, look at me, talk about the weather on a podcast. But it was so dry, it kind of became sad, because everything, like, nature-wise, is just turned yellow and dead. And it kind of becomes sad because you kind of miss, like, the luscious green fields, because now it's just yellow, just from the lack of water. Canals drying up. It's just not great. Anyway, I did something. I did a first. And I saw my first ever shooting star. Never seen a shooting star before. Space freaks me out. But when you're in places like the countryside of France, you can turn off all the lights and it goes pitch black. And I've never seen a Milky Way before. I've never seen, like, clear constellations. I've barely seen satellites. And the last 2 nights I was in France, I looked up and I saw the Milky Way. I saw constellations. I saw the Dipper. You know, I saw planets. I saw satellites, so many Starlink satellites ruining everything. But I saw everything. Never seen a shooting star. So I didn't see one on the penultimate night. On my last night there, I was like, I'm never going to see one. It's just not for me. It's super rare you see one anyway. Unless like you dedicate hours to looking up. And right as we were all about to go inside to go to bed, I look up and a shooting star streams through the sky right in the middle of like our view. So it's right above us. It just goes straight through. And it was beautiful. You can't make that shit up. It's Disney movie-esque. It's like, that's my Ho-Oh moment. If you watch Pokemon, the first season, the Indigo League one, when Ash falls off the bike with Pikachu trying to get him to the Pokemon Center, and he looks up and he sees the mysterious bird going through the sky, and it's fucking Ho-Oh, and he's like, I'm gonna see that Pokemon again. Like, that was the Ho-Oh moment for me. And my first thought was, I need to do this more. And I realized one of my fears in life is standing still. I don't like standing still. I don't like standing still to take in moments. I don't like standing still to take in other people. I don't like standing still to take in myself. I do not like standing still. And there's a benefit to it because I'm always trying to move in a direction and hopefully that direction is forward, but it isn't always forward. In football, we say don't force it, meaning not to force play forward, not to like try and just get the ball like quickly possible. You can try and play different ways. You don't have to try and make everything attack. You can try and just recycle possession, keep possession, just retain control of the game. I have a habit of just not doing that ever and just driving forward, constantly moving forward. And after a while, you have to stop. And either you stop yourself or something or someone stops you. It's insane how many times that I've had to stop myself in terms of like just constantly on the move. What's my motive? What's the objective? What's the outcome? I think it's because I'm a city kid. Like I am a city kid through and through. When I'm thinking about the dreams I have, I am living in this in an apartment in a city. For example, if I could move somewhere right now, it'll probably be Rotterdam, and it'll be in an apartment in Rotterdam. And I'm like, that's so sad. Because part of me thinks, can I not live in like fucking, I don't know, the outskirts of Utrecht instead, in a house? No, I need to be near everything. And it's like, I want to live in the outskirts of Paris. Now I do live the outskirts of London after being very central London. I was born and raised in Hackney. Now I live not that far from Hackney, to be honest. But I'm a little bit further out, and now it feels like I'm a little bit disconnected. The shops around me, they close at 10 o'clock, sometimes 9:30. Like, the nearest shop that's open is a petrol station, which you have to go up to the guy and be like, yo, boss man, can you get me some milk, please? And he'll walk into the petrol station shop and get the milk and give it to you through the little, like, paying window thing. Because the shop is closed. You can only buy petrol. Like, I have that fear of just doing nothing, which is why this show means a lot to me, because if I'm not doing anything, it's a problem. So this is my way of moving forward in some direction. This show brings consistency. This show brings stability, and like, it's something that I've always lacked. My Duolingo streak is incredible, by the way. It's like 817 days. The fact that I'm able to do anything like this is proof that the ADHD is getting better. That being said, I spent the last 2 days unmedicated, and Jesus Christ, I was skeptical about my medication working. Not anymore. This podcast is happening because the ADHD is running wild. It's not being suppressed. It's not being told to be fearful of things. It's scary. Anyway, I have Kraft mac and cheese to eat. I started boiling it, and then I realized that coming to do a podcast midway through boiling macaroni and cheese, just to pass a bit, is a bad idea because I will forget about it. And it's been 11 minutes so far. So, yeah. Choo Choo recommendation station. Dark Heaven by President. Give it a listen. It's great. It's great. With that being said, guys, I'm going to take 2 steps to the rear and get out of here. I'm in the wind. See ya.